It's okay. It's all good. Right. So we're recording now, though. I'll record some of these other parts for you and put it on. Don't worry. We've just not recorded prana and tejas, and I will speak into a camera and put it on for you so you can go back to it. Promise. I'm just a bit silly sometimes. I was getting carried away. Too much prana in my life. There we go. I need some more moon practice. So here we go. Here's some ojas. Okay. So this is defined as prime vigor, vital reserve, the necessary fuel for all mental and physical actions. Ojas is a vital essence derived from digested food, water, air, perceptions, and thought. This is a subtle energy of water, the vital source for all activity. Ojas is the basis for the vital essence necessary for reproduction and vitality. It's dominating in the testes, the ovaries, the adrenals, the cerebrospinal fluid, the fluids responsible for the nourishment of life and energy. So ojas provides endurance, stamina, and stability through the nervous system. Ojas is necessary for peace, confidence, patience, steadiness, and calm. So it lubricates the myelin sheath, the covering of the nerves, like a conduit on a wire. It's responsible for nourishing and grounding, and it provides the energy to protect ourselves from external pathogens. So this is our immune systems. So ojas is the basis of stamina, endurance, peace, confidence, and patience. Ojas is the fuel for physical and psychological immunity. When your immunity is compromised, you become vulnerable to physical pathogens as well as psychological pathogens. Melodrama. So the love and nurturance developed through the higher practices of yoga develops ojas. Ojas is the fuel by which tejas can burn brightly. So we need the fire for ojas. We need ojas for tejas to burn brightly. Okay, they all need each other. So if yoga is to become a spiritual practice, one in which you're going to brighten your light of knowledge, of fire, you're going to need something safe for the light or fire to burn. So this is ojas. So brahmacharya, as I said before, is the skill of directing energy to the highest goals in your life. Conserve your ojas, your vital energy, for your higher aims in life. Your energy should be directed towards reaching Brahma. Avoid dispersing the energy that you will require to attain the highest goal. So ideally, first you need to build ojas, then tejas, and then finally prana. So make sure you remain attentive to your doshas, because they impact your ability to affect and build your subtle doshas. Vata dries out ojas, and pitta burns up ojas. So continuing to balance dosha is the foundation for working with your subtle essences. So the yogic and lifestyle modalities to build prana are pranayama, asana, chanting, time in nature, meditation. So pranayama, and to a lesser extent asana and breath retention, is the fastest way to increase prana. In asana, you increase prana through application of the breath and by the process that requires you to adapt to any given pose. Chanting, a form of pranayama, is also rich in prana and vibration. Time and nature provides a vibrant and material interface with the master guiding force, and meditation on sound and space. Prana is the easiest to build and the most responsive of the subtle essences to lifestyle and yogic changes. And the yogic and lifestyle modalities to build tejas are silence, control of speech, jnana yoga, which is J-N-A-N-A yoga, dharana, mantra, and raja yoga. So silence or control of speech leads you to be able to objectify your thoughts, allowing you to become more insightful about your thoughts and speech. Before speaking, ask yourself 4 questions. Is what I wish to say 1, true, 2, kind, 3, necessary, and 4, timely? These are the 4 gates of speech. So jnana yoga, self-inquiry and self-study, is learning to see the part of you that is enduring and the part of you which is not. So reflecting on both the infinite and the finite, and the positive and negative, and the light and the dark. I read a really interesting thing the other day, actually, and it was about not suppressing the darkness, and it was like I read an interesting talk earlier today about going off into sit in the tunnel and be not the tunnel, in the cave, and try and do your spiritual work. And it was it yesterday I read it, and it was more about, if you're going off into this cave, you're not living in this world, you're not seeing or being part of any of the darknesses, you're escaping. It was somebody that, it was like one of these like positive speaking guys who isn't normally very spiritual, but it really made sense. And he was saying about these gurus that go off into the hills. They have like a funeral for their lives. They say goodbye to their lives, give away all their things, and say goodbye to their wives, their families, to go off. And in India, it's revered that these people have decided to do this because they're going to be a spiritual person. But this person that I read things had said, well, by doing that, they're escaping any sort of issues or problems that would come up if you were living in this world. And we were speaking about this today, actually, and it was very much about, if you're not looking at darknesses, if you're just running away from them and sitting in your dark cave and only being attracted to the light, you're not going to be learning as much or transmuting or learning your soul lesson that we're here for. So sometimes the darkness, as much as it can be very painful, it's the darkest times of our life are actually the most transformative, and they really are. If you ever look back to any big changes in your life that ended up becoming very positive, they always stem from coming from almost like rising like a phoenix. So this is part of tejas, this phoenix rising, and being open to seeing the dark parts of yourself and others without judgment. So letting go of blame and shame, it's about, be a curious observer. That's what it's all about. So dharana, which is one-pointedness, concentration techniques. Hold your attention on a meditative object. The goal is not samadhi or bliss. The goal is sustained one-pointed attention. So mantra, silent repetition, japa. The practice of this lights the inner essence, the inner flame of the mind, the essence of the mantra, which is essentially light or tejas. And Raja Yoga, the yoga of the mind or will. So this is Ashtanga yoga, as in not Ashtanga where you're throwing your body about. Ashtanga as in practicing the 8 limbs. So progress through the 8 limbs until your will is strong as steel and your mind is as clear as pure water. Okay. So moving into building ojas. This can be done through diet, herbs, controlled sensory input, conserving sexual or reproductive fluids, yoga nidra, and bhakti. So diet, you're going to eat foods that are pure, simple, and easy to digest while providing the most energy. Herbs, so do not self-prescribe. Turmeric, ginger, saffron, cumin, cardamom. These are foods that we can use as part of a regular diet that could replenish ojas. Sensory impression and control, so turn off your smartphone and computer. Pursue high quality sleep. Master your senses and do not let them control you. Then sexual and reproductive fluid. So abstinence is not necessary. It's about being mindful in regard to depleting your sexual energy. And bhakti, bring love into your life through devotion, through relationships. Keep good company and exercise the muscle of kindness. And yoga nidra. So if you have naturally high vata, you will be predisposed to having more prana. If you have naturally high pitta, you will be predisposed to having more tejas. If you have naturally high kapha, you will be more predisposed to be having more ojas. So to maintain the balance of the subtle dosha, move in the direction of the doshas and try and balance the doshas so you don't burn out. Okay, so this prana, vatas can dry out ojas and pittas can burn out ojas. So it's about, so as much as everyone is like, oh, kapha, it's terrible, it's actually it's the life essence. So I just thought that I would share that with you, seeing as we're doing a practice tonight that's about balancing vata. So having like an understanding of that, I thought is quite helpful. So the practice we're going to do tonight is going to be, it's kind of stage 1 of a moon practice. So the moon practice, it's more, even though it's tantric hatha, it's the moon practices that they're slower. They're more challenging and they're more nourishing. So the vatas within us, the people that like to move, are the ones who are going to find it more, oh my God, I don't like being in a pose for this length of time. Yeah, I'm one of these people, but I need moon practice. You're supposed to, if you're a very vata person, or if you're on the tantric hatha yoga path, you're supposed to practice moon practice for at least 40 days first before you move into the sun. I've been practicing tantric hatha for, I would say 10 years now. So I can figure out where I need to go now and figure out what I need to do with my practice. But I needed to be in moon for a long time before I could progress, or it's just too powerful. And it could make you go, That's with the Kundalini, people are saying, oh, you're not supposed to, Kundalini awakening is dangerous. It's not about that. Kundalini awakening isn't going crazy. That sort of craziness is not being able to master, not knowing how powerful prana is, and not grounding and stabilizing yourself before you do practices that you're not ready for. Okay, so the asana practice, it's a moon practice where we are like trying to we're trying to build ojas and soothe vata, the emphasis is on creating stability and calmness. So this is stiram sukham. And it's about, so you're working with some standing poses. So you're going to bring that stability in, and some floor work too. And a focus on conscious and extended exhalations. And you're using awareness to guide yourself inwards. So always take the moon with you. So the methodology is to calm, ground, and stabilize. So you're working with forward folds and twists. That's the kind of the aim of the game for soothing vata, is that. And developing the exhalation, and gentle work with mula bandha. Okay, so longer holds and a focus on the physiological steadiness. So this is where, if you're very vata, you want to keep moving. But so if you're in a long hold, you're going, oh my goodness, it's so that you can still these fluctuations of the mind stuff. So the bhav, the mood we bring to practice, BHAV, is I am not my thoughts. I am that which experiences the mind thinking. Developing insight into the nature of the mind. And yoga is about stability more than flexibility. Connecting to the aspect of the self that exists beyond the mind. Purusha, pure consciousness. So moon classes are ideal if you've got a busy life, a busy mind, if you feel anxious or ungrounded, you want to feel more stable or calm, you're not sleeping or digesting well, you're quick to anger or easily rattled emotionally, you feel overheated in the body or the mind, or you want to improve your concentration and meditation practice, or if you have postural distortions or issues with your spine. Okay, so that is a wee chat on balancing the doshas and what our aim is with our practice tonight. So we're wanting to bring stillness and stability and build the ojas so that we feel held and strong. Yeah, that sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Hopefully. Okay, so prepare yourself for practice, and we'll get ourselves going. Take my socks off. So we're going to start standing up. Okay, so all we're doing to start off with here is inhaling, taking your arms up, and exhaling to fold forward, bending your knees if you need to. So inhaling to come up, and just do a couple of these to really smooth out the breath. Okay, and then the next time you're up, take your hands down by your side, close your eyes, and check in with yourself. So shoulders are back and down, the crown of the head is lifted, tuck the chin in slightly. Be aware, four corners of your feet. Kind of a subtle internal rotation of the thighs that actually helps to release tension in the glutes. And by slightly engaging your quads, you're lifting up the knees and protecting the knees a little bit here. Drawing your belly in slightly, tucking the tailbone in slightly, depending on where you're at. Where are you today? Listen to your body, listen to your breath. Is there any areas of stagnation? Is there any areas of too much energy in your mind, in your body, in your breath? So we're going to inhale, thinking the mantra Om, and as you exhale, you're thinking the mantra Shanti. So inhaling to come back up, thinking Om, so length of Om, and keep going, exhaling to a long Shanti. Remembering, a silent mantra is more powerful. Next time you're up, you're going to stay up and feel the vibration of the mantra through your body. How does the mantra Om Shanti feel? Shanti means peace. We're bringing peace into our bodies. I'm going to take a step forward with your right foot, swiveling the back foot, moving into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 here. Okay, and then inhaling, straighten that front leg. Exhaling to take your arms down, keeping the arms down by your ears. Inhale to come all the way back up, keeping your arms by your ears. So really do a couple of these, smoothing out the breath, and then we're going to move into counting the breath here. Next time you're up, just take your arms down by your side. Again, check in with yourself. Listening to your body, listening to your breath. Okay, so you're going to inhale to the count of 4, and you're going to exhale to the count of 6. So inhaling, counting to 4 to come up, and exhale, counting to 6. Keep going. Next time you're down, you're just going to stay down there. Place your hands down near the floor. Relax your head down. Find your breath. As you inhale, open up in the chest. As you exhale, draw the belly button back and up. Full and conscious breathing. From here, place that left hand to the inside of the right foot and lift that right arm up to the sky. If it's available to you, you're going to look up to the right fingertips. But if you feel wobbly tonight, that's okay. Look down to the ground. Find your breath. exhale, looking down to the ground. And inhale, come all the way up, arms by your ears. Exhale, bring both feet to the front of your mat. And close your eyes. Stay standing and check in with yourself. Feel the difference in your body already. And then you're going to step back with your right foot. Swivel the back foot, bend the front knee, moving into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Inhaling to straighten that leg, exhaling to fold forwards. So do this a couple of times, coming up and down, keeping the arms by the side of the ears to keep the extension in the spine. Smooth the breath out. And then next time you come up, what you're going to do here is you're exhaling to the count of 6, inhaling to the count of 4. Keep going. Next time you breathe out, you're going to stay down there. Breathe into where you are. Relax your shoulders. As you inhale, open up in the chest. And as you exhale, draw the belly button back and up. Pure deep breathing. Now place your right hand to the inside of the left foot and lift that left arm up to the sky. Find your drishti point. You can look up to the fingertips if you want, or look down to the ground. Where does your head feel comfortable? Find your breath. Find your stability. It's a variation of Parivrita Trikonasana, revolved triangle. Slowly looking down as you exhale. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale, coming to the front of your mat. Hands down by your side, Tadasana. Close your eyes, find your breath. Feel the prana moving through your body. Then we're taking a wide step back, the left foot, moving into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So your heel to instep and your hips are facing the side of your mat, looking along that front arm. So we're going to move in and out of extended side angle pose. So as you exhale, you're going to take your right arm on top of the right knee and the left arm's going up. And inhaling to come up to straighten the leg. So exhale, bend the knee, take the left arm over. Inhaling to come back up. Keep moving in and out of this, just for a few breaths. The next time you exhale, you're going to stay in extended side angle, your right palm facing up. As you exhale, open up that left arm, so the left palm's opened up to the sky. Then inhale, take that arm up and over. Exhale, open up the arm. Keep working with this movement. Next time you inhale, keep the arm over. Find your drishti point. If your neck's okay, you can look up at the left fingertip. Find your breath. Really open up the body with your breath. There's no tension in your jaw. Inhaling to come back up, turning to the left of your mat. Your feet are parallel, legs engaged, and just stay standing, stay facing the side of your mat, listening to your body, checking in with yourself, feeling the space in between the vertebrae. And then turn the left foot out. So left heel's in line with the right instep. So take that right foot into an angle. Take the arms out, moving into Buddha Vajrasana 2 on the other side. Find your breath. Now we're going to find ourselves moving in and out of extended side angle pose. So exhale, place the left arm onto the left knee, right arms up to the sky. Inhaling, coming up, straightening the leg. So exhaling, down, arm up and over. Inhaling to come up. So move in and out of this a few times. The next exhale, you're staying there. And then inhaling, and then exhale, open the arm up so the right palm's facing up to the sky. And then inhale, take the arm over. So it's exhaling to open up. Inhale, take the arm over. Keep going. Next time you inhale, keep the arm over, find your drishti point, listen to your body, the strength and stability in your legs. Smooth the breath out. Inhaling to come back up, turning to the side of your mat again. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale to open up in the chest. Exhaling to fold forward. Softening that space in between your shoulder blades. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Release the hands again, checking in with yourself. And then turning to the front of your mat, palms together, standing in Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, take your right knee back on the top of the right foot. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands at either side of that foot. Step the left foot back to join the foot. Drop your knees, your chest, and your pelvis as you exhale. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhale, take your right foot forwards, drop the left knee, the top of the left foot. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky, crescent moon. Exhale, hands at the front of your mat and bring the back foot forwards to meet the left foot and folding down, exhaling. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center and then into Tadasana. Check in with yourself, close your eyes. Bring awareness to the prana in your heart center. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, take the left foot back, drop the left knee, the top of the left foot. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky, crescent moon. Exhale, hands at the front of your mat, curl the back toes under, and they're coming down onto your knees, your chest, and your pelvis as you exhale. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here for a few breaths, checking in with yourself. And from here, really bend your knees and lean into your thighs. And push your hands away from the floor. Really push your hands into the floor. And lift your tailbone up to the sky. Now you're going to press down with the heels and really feel the lift in your tailbone here. Inhale, take the left foot forwards, drop the right knee, the top of the right foot. Inhale, arms all the way up the sky, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to the front of your mat. Bring the back foot forwards, folding into Uttanasana. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then arms down by your side into Tadasana. Check in with yourself again. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. And then exhaling, you're stepping back to plank pose. You're going to stay here. Find your breath. You're inhaling, bringing the breath down towards the navel. Exhale, bring the breath up to behind the navel. Really trying to build the energy behind the navel point. Working with apana and prana. Then coming down onto your knees, sitting back on your heels and stretching your arms out, resting your forehead down, and you're just going to stay there in child's pose. Just connect with your breath. Inhaling to slowly come back up onto your hands and knees. We're inhaling to curve our spines to look up. Exhaling to curve your spine the other way. Your gaze is at your navel. Engage your Uddiyana Bandha. So inhale to go one way. And exhale to go the other way. Keep going. Really bring awareness into each individual vertebrae. And then from here, exhaling to slowly sit back in your heels. And then inhale, take your arms all the way up to the sky. Open up with the heart. Exhaling to fold forwards. Inhale, bring your chest and throat forwards, leading with the heart. Exhaling to sit back in your heels. Inhale, arms all the way up the sky. Open your heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bring your body forward. And keep going. So really smooth out your breath. You can even close your eyes. Connect the breath and the body here. Remembering the breath is the bridge to the mind is the bridge to the soul. Your last exhale, come back into child's pose and take your arms down by your side. And again, check in with yourself, see where you're at. Then place your hands either side of your head, gently pushing yourself up into tabletop. Lifting up that right leg. Reach back with the left hand to try and hold on to that foot or ankle. Draw the shoulders away from your ears, tongue to the roof of your mouth. Smooth out the breath. Stretching out through the fingertips, stretch out through the toes, tuck the tailbone in, tuck the chin in. Breathe into that right side of the pelvis. Dropping your left hand and your right foot. Turn to the right. Right arm's going all the way up to the sky. So you're either staying there, or you're going to straighten both legs, stacking one on top of the other for Vashisthasana. Find your strength and your stability. Slowly coming back down onto your hands and knees. Just allow yourself to connect and stay here. Connect with your breath. See where you're at. And lifting up the left leg, reaching back with the right hand, drawing the shoulders away from your ears, tongue to the roof of the mouth, smooth the breath out. Stretching out through the fingertips, stretching out through the toes, tuck the chin in. Breathe into that left side of your pelvis. Dropping the right hand to the left foot. Turn to the left arm's coming all the way up the sky, either staying there or you're straightening both legs, stacking one on top of the other. And then slowly coming back down onto your hands and knees. Curling the toes under and pushing up into downward facing dog. Find your breath. From here, you're going to walk your hands slowly, walk your feet slowly towards your hands and coming into a squatting position. We're going to have a bit of fun here. We're going to do a little bit of forearm balancing. And again, don't worry, it's not about how great you can do it or if you can even do it. It's about being present on the mat, enjoying where you're at, breathing and just doing what you can, okay? So it's not about how great your shapes are on the mat. So we're moving into Bakasana, crow pose. So you really spread your fingers apart. This top part above your elbow is going to go to the inside of the knees here. You're lifting up with the hips. You either can just stay like this and work towards eventually coming forwards, or you can lift one foot, then the other, or you can try and lift both feet. If you can lift both feet, try and cross the ankles. So it will give you that sensation of Uddiyana. So working with that. Or you can take it further and work with another variation. This is a tricky one, especially if you've got boobs. Because you're supposed to come up onto your toes. So this time your arms are straight and you're going to try and place the knees into the armpits. So you're looking forwards and you're resting your shins against your forearms and coming up. So you can try that variation. It's a little bit trickier, but it's really working with the bone stacking aspect. So giving your bones that extra stacking is really good for building strength and stability and preventing osteoporosis and stuff like that. Really good for you. So working with these two postures, or we can move into Parshva half the side crow, the side crow, yeah. Not half crow, that would be weird, half a crow. So the side crow, what you're doing is, it's almost like when you do these things, look at your body as like a puzzle. So there's always a piece to fit in somewhere, okay? You know, we have our brain buttons just underneath our clavicles that we press in to switch our brain on. So it's the same with where you put your elbows here. So you've got the longest bone in the body here. And your elbow, so it's a bit of a twist. So if you're in like a twisty mood, this is really good for building stability, and it's good for your digestion, squeezing out tension. So again, you've got to have your hand flat on the ground and spread the fingers. So this elbow is going to go at the end of the femur here, and then the other elbow is going to go to the other side. And then you're going to lift up if you can. If you can try and straighten both legs and move into the scissors pose. Okay, work with where you are at today and try not to chafe your face. Have fun, though. Have fun. We're all friends together. So after you've done that, you better give your wrists a wee shake, because we're really putting a lot of pressure on our wrists here. It's really good for your wrists, though. It's a lot of stuff that we don't work with our bodies this way. This is the releasing the fear aspect and not being linear again. So try the other side. So try and work at your hands, your elbow to one side and the other one. You're flat. You're really spreading these hands apart. So find your base, build your foundation. Once you're inside crow, then you're going to try and straighten these legs to move into the scissors pose. And don't worry if you're not there yet. Just have fun. It's the taking part that counts. You're going, oh my God, I wish I'd scalped tonight. Oh, okay. So you're going to move on to your bellies. And you're going to place your hands, stack your hands in front of you, rest your forehead down. Just allow yourself to melt. Be aware of the energy you've created, that sense of fearlessness, strength, stability. Also doing that, we build a little bit of tejas, some determination, willpower. So raising your hands here, and you're going to take your arms down by your side. Okay, so inhale, lift up the left leg and the right arm. So take that left hand to the top of the left hand onto the kidney. Okay, looking up. And as you exhale, take that right hand onto the kidney, drop the left foot and look to the left. So inhale, lift up the right arm and the left arm and the right leg, looking forwards. And then as you exhale, look to the right and take the top of the left hand onto the kidney. So inhale, left leg, right arm looking up. Exhale, drop them back and look to the left. Keep going. And then from there, just allow yourself to rest down. You can stack your hands in front of you again, rest your forehead down. Listening to your body, connecting with your breath. And then take your arms out in front of you. Take your legs together. Inhale, lift up your arms and legs, looking forwards. Exhale, bend the elbows. And then nice big deep breath. Try and lift the chest up further, keeping the thighs together. Breathe. We're really stimulating the vagus nerve here. And slowly relaxing down. Relax your jaw, your shoulders. Feel the warmth you've created in your lower spine. And then from here, slowly coming up, sit on your heels. You're going to drop your bottom down to the left, and then lift that right leg over the bent left knee. Either staying there, or you're taking each foot to either side. Moving into Gomukhasana. So your right arm's coming all the way up to the sky. Take it down your back, and the left arm's coming underneath to hold on. Smooth the breath out. Releasing the arms and slowly bringing the arms out in front of you, resting the head down. Find your breath. Inhaling to slowly come back up. Coming into cross-legged position. Just checking in with yourself again. And then from here, you take your left leg over the bent right knee. And either stay there, take each foot to either side. And then lift the left arm up to the sky, take it down, the back of the right arm is coming underneath to hold on. Tuck the chin in, draw the crown of the head up to the heavens. Engage Mula Bandha. Gently releasing. Take your arms out in front of you and allow yourself to fold forwards, keeping the jaw and shoulders relaxed. Breathe into it. Inhaling to slowly come back up. Take both legs out in front of you. With awareness, you're going to bend this right leg back. Readjust your sit bones and flex that left foot towards you. You get your left peace fingers, wrap them around that left big toe. Not cheating to bend the knee. Take your right arm all the way up to the sky. So you're either staying there, enjoying where you're at, or you're allowing the arm to come all the way over to try and hold on to the outside edge of the foot. Smooth the breath out. So as you inhale, open up the chest. As you exhale, draw the belly button back and up. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Take that left foot to the inside of the right thigh. The right arm's crossing over your body and you're tucking it underneath the left thigh. The left hand's on the floor behind you, breathing in to lengthen. Breathe out to look over that left shoulder, relax the shoulders, and then turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Tuck the chin in, close your eyes, and breathe into this lovely neck release. And then releasing. Take both legs out in front of you, hands down by your side, flex the feet towards you. Find your breath in Dandasana. And then with awareness, bend this left leg back. Readjust the sit bones, flex that right foot towards you, get your right peace fingers, wrap them around that big toe. Open your chest up to the sky. And if you feel like it, you're going to take that left arm over to the outside edge of that foot, opening your chest up to the sky into Parigasana B. This is a variation of the gate pose. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Take that right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Take the left arm across your body, tuck it underneath that right thigh, and the right hand's on the floor behind you. Breathe in to lengthen, and breathe out to twist to look over that right shoulder. Relax the shoulders, and then turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Tuck the chin in, close your eyes, and breathe into this neck release. This is a great one for some of you guys who suffer with neck issues. And then releasing. Place your legs out in front of you. So you're bending your knees slightly, placing your hands over your toes. Inhaling to lengthen through the spine. Exhaling to fold, to bend the knees slightly. Inhaling to come up, lengthen through the spine, relax the shoulders. And exhaling to fold. Keep going. So you're now going to inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 6. And then from here, you're inhaling to the count of 4, exhaling to the count of 6, and hold for 2. Then inhale 4, exhale 6, hold for 2. The next time you breathe out, you're going to stay down there, really breathing into the back of your body. Inhaling to come back up, moving onto your back, bending your knees, arms down by your side, your feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lift your hips and your arms up. Exhale, bring your arms back down and your hips back down. Move, working with dynamic Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Again, slow it down, smooth it out. Really check in with yourself here. Draw your knees into your belly. And then you're going to straighten out your right leg. Drop your left knee to the right. Place your right hand on top of that knee and the left arm's going up to the sky. And stay there. Let go of any tension. It doesn't matter what shape you're in, what you look like. You need to bend that top elbow or bend both legs. Do what you need to do. Once you've found your edge, just stay there. No fidgeting. Just breathe acceptance into where you are. If there's any discomfort, breathe into it. It's okay. Perfectly normal and reasonable to feel discomfort. The more you breathe acceptance into any sort of discomfort, the less uncomfortable it feels. Same with life. Inhale, come back up to center. Give yourself a hug with your knees. Apanasana, Windley's pose. And then straighten out the left leg. Drop that right knee down to the left. Place the left hand on top of that knee. And the right arm up to the sky. Move about to find your edge. And then just drop into it. No more wriggling. Breathe into where you are. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Inhaling, slowly come back up. And then from here, we're coming into happy baby. So you can either hold on to the inside of your instep, or you can hold on to the outside of your instep. Where are you today? It's your choice. Just breathe into it, make sure there's no tension in your jaw or shoulders. And then releasing down into Shavasana. Just preparing yourself. Any adjustments, you put on your socks or your cozy stuff. Just get nice and comfortable. Okay. So sinking down, letting go, relaxing your feet and your ankles and your legs, your pelvis, your spine, your shoulder blades, your stomach and your chest, your hands and your arms and your shoulders, your neck and your throat and your jaw, behind your eyeballs, your forehead and your scalp. Feel yourself sinking and let go. So imagine that you're lying and you can see a glass cylinder hanging in the air before you. The glass is heavy and it glitters like crystal, but it does not seem to be on a stand or hanging from a thread. It's simply there, before you, floating. It is intriguing. It is empty. As you stare at it, you become conscious of your breathing. Every breath you draw is deep and clear, filled with pure air that penetrates every fiber of your lungs. Your breathing is slow, measured, and very conscious. As you breathe, the cylinder begins to fill with white light, light that dazzles with raw energy, is pouring into the tube, and it's splashing down its sides in rivulets. Light gathers in a pool at the base, and the pool slowly rises, filling the cylinder with an energy
so dazzling, it's almost too brilliant to be seen. The cylinder fills with light, and you feel your body fill with a corresponding vitality. Light burns in every artery. Light floods every muscle. Light blazes in your bones. Aches and tension evaporate as this consuming light pours into you. The energy pool in the cylinder mounts, and the energy in you mounts with it, until you're almost weightless with light. It cascades through your brain and your throat and your heart. Your eyes shine with pure energy. Your body is afire with a power even more dazzling than the light blazing in the glass. The glass overflows and light cascades over its lip and splashes through the room. And the energy in you overflows too. You are brimming with clean, pure, positive energy.
Starting to bring your awareness back into the room, back into where your body's lying on the floor. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretching your arms over your head, away from your body. Stretch your feet away from your body. Pulling your knees in, give yourselves a wee hug. Rolling from side to side to loosen off your sacrum. Rolling from side to side. And then rolling onto your right side into recovery position and just staying there. And then gently pushing yourselves up to seated position, placing your hands in Anjali Mudra. We're going to end with an Om. Here we go. Om. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me this evening. It's been lovely to spend time with you. So I will